Hello guys and welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway for the running of the Bass Pro Shops NRA night race. Today, these drivers will take 75 laps, a total of 264 miles today around this, I don't even know what it is, a half-mile oval. Starting on the pole today, Steve Paul III. Starting next to him is Chris Sherman. Both guys need a break today. They obviously didn't make it through getting out of the race in category because they were in the bottom four of the standings coming out of the last race. So these are the guys who are, well, I already showed you guys who's out of the race before the screen. The bottom four didn't make the race, but I'll mention them in a minute. But mention the guys who have to race it in every single week going forward for the next 6 races through race 24. 19 of Ben Crouch, the 6 of Jeff Cameron, the 13 of Rex Wilkes, the 43 of Chase Harris, the 36 of Alex Diaz, the 14 of RJ Harper, 24 of Stephen Paul III, 95 of Cole Miller, 18 of Spinoza Khan, 17 of Reese Cameron, and the 81 of Dave James. That's in standings order. So Ben Crouch is the first one in to the race it in category. First one out, first one out of the safe category, and the 81 Dave James is last in the points right now. So the guys who missed today's race, the 19 of Ben Crouch, the 81 of Dave James, the 6 of Jeff Cameron, and the 43 of Chase Harris. So they're all hoping to get back on track next race at Martinsville. And of course, we're only taking making two stops here at Bristol and Martinsville this season. I imagine that probably will change for season 2. There will be probably multiple stops at one of these tracks. I'm not saying both tracks are going to get multiple races, but I'm saying that at least one of them is going to get 2 races next season, more than likely, and I'm probably thinking this track will get 2 races next year, but we'll see. So we're going to get the command, start the engines, and then we'll give your starting lineup here from Bristol.
Drivers, start your engines!
And they're going to roll off pit lane. And we'll give your standings here. They're going to be on the left side of your screen, your starting lineup. And here's the rest of your starting lineup here from Bristol. Pace car is going to pull in the pit lane, and we are green here from Bristol for the NRA Bass Pro Shops NRA night race. Chris Sherman's going to go around the outside and take the lead. They should be able to make it on one stop today, but if they pit, if they have any cautions, I imagine they will pit. To get some fresh tires and fresh fuel, extra fuel maybe. I don't know if fuel is going to be a problem today's race, but definitely tires will be a problem throughout today's race, simply because of the concrete surface that this track is. And Chris Sherman's going to take a lead here. And 42 Arthur Xavier towards the front of the field. He's hoping to gain some more points on the guys in front of him and get back to that points lead that he once had. And of course, last race he was able to do that because Rusty Potts and not Steve Paul III. Scott Upton both had bad races last week, so he's hoping to do the same thing this week. This would be a good race for Chris Sherman. Too bad it'd be a race too late. He's going to have to keep the momentum going if he does win today's race. more than likely to keep himself in contention of being out of the race it in category. I mean, he's still got time to make the playoffs too. I mean, if he gets a couple wins, he may be able to get himself up there, but it's gonna be a rough basically gonna be a rough month for him. He's gonna have to work really hard this next month here to make it into the playoffs. And Arthur Xavier goes around Brian James on the outside to take second place. Arthur Xavier could not make it work on the inside. Again, Fords and Chevys have dominated this season so far. We've not, I think Ben Crouch is the only person I think has won as a Toyota this season. I'm pretty sure, I don't remember. But Toyota has not had a good season so far this season. Ben Crouch didn't even make this race, and this is his sponsored race, Bass Pro Shops. So, that's not what he wants. It's going to look bad on him for the sponsors. We'll see if that changes anything going forward, maybe for next season possibly, but we'll see. But Chris Sherman's continuing to lead here. Arthur Xavier and him have made a pretty good gap there. I mean, Brian James not too far back, but there's guys behind them. If you just leave Brian James out of here, it's just it's their race to lose at this point. And it looks like Arthur Xavier is going to try to go on the outside around, but it didn't work that time. And then try it again here, maybe. He's going to be all over that back bumper of the 34. He may bump him out of his way. This is going to allow Brian James to catch up here. And obviously that 42 car is stronger than the 34. And there was a huge check up there for Arthur Xavier. Now it's allowing Brian James to make a move for second possibly. Pit window opens at lap 35 for these guys. We got a little bit to go still. We're going to check in the rest of the field here. Not a good race for Rusty Potts. He's currently in 37th position. Second to last in the race. Not what he wanted. Oh, no, yeah, he's second to last in today's race right now. So this is not what he wants today. We're going to check in the rest of the field here. Scott Upton's back here as well, 30th. This is not a good race for him so far either. So, points leaders are struggling again today. It's going to allow Arthur Xavier to probably gain a lot of points. Nothing happens to Arthur Xavier in this race. He can win today's race. That's going to probably put him in the points lead. Chris Sherman's continuing to lead. And Arthur Xavier's gonna try to go on the inside again. Chris Sherman blocks him there. And it's gonna cut all momentum for Arthur Xavier. Definitely gonna be some hard feelings after this race between these two guys, more than likely. Especially going into Martinsville. This keeps it up here. Arthur Xavier's gonna get really frustrated with him. And that may boil over the next race. Especially if he keeps blocking him the way he's doing it. It's obvious that the 42 wants to get around the 34, and he's going to try to do it this time around. Here comes Arthur Xavier for the lead. And he will take the lead from Chris Sherman. And he may run away with this race. He may go ahead and run away with this race right now. And Chris Sherman is blocking Brian James now. And now our leader, Arthur Xavier, to the pit road. Brian James and Chris Sherman will take the lead here. Chris Sherman will. He probably only stay out one more lap. But Brian James is trying his best. They try to get around him and he cannot do it. Brian James will stay out an extra lap, maybe to try to get around Chris Sherman possibly here. Knowing that he's faster than Chris Sherman. And he will pit this time around. And we'll watch the pit lane here. See if Brian James comes out. We're going to check in on Arthur Xavier here. See where he's at. He's in this pit stall. He's coming out now. We're gonna watch pit lane here. And it's not really working very well, so. But we'll see what happens here. Arthur Xavier is trying to keep the lead. See if Brian James comes out. I don't think he does. Chris Sherman does. Chris Sherman to the lead. We apologize about this. Chris Sherman maybe takes the lead back. No, it says that the 24 is the leader. Well, here's Brian James. Bad pit stop for Arthur Xavier. It looks like Chris Sherman should, when these pit stops do cycle around, he should be the new leader. So Chris Sherman must have had a really good pit stop, because he's now circled back to the lead. And he's going to keep blocking Arthur Xavier. And we're going to look back here. The 97 of Robert Pollard is actually in the top 10 right now. He's looking to have a good day today as well. #1 Toyota performer right now. And this is a good thing for this team. This team needs this week. There was an announcement recently. This team will be merging, well, we'll be joining up forces with a new team that will be coming next season. Horton Racing will be coming next season. We're not sure if there will be another name added to that quite yet, but Horton Racing will be happening next season. This team will be absorbed by that team, and they will be running Fords. More details will be coming soon on that factor, but right now that's what's been announced. And there's been some announcements as well that some other teams may be going away. Well, ML Racing isn't going away. ML Racing's already announced that they will be doing a one-car team next season. The 72 will be dropped. In fact, Austin Horton will be joining Horton Racing next season, more than likely, if he does come back for another season. He may be demoted, possibly, to the next series down. It hasn't been announced yet. They're working on that. Obviously, we'll know in the future about that, but yeah. Chris Sherman's going to continue the lead here. Chris Sherman continues the lead. And there was another announcement that the 10 car will be it will no longer be, after the season, will no longer be a car for Stewart Haas Racing. That's also been announced. So that will be no longer. They will be down to a 3-car team next season. If they do decide to go with a 3-car team, they may drop another car. The reason why is the 14's performance throughout the season. So the 10 car has been sold off to another team. It hasn't been announced what team that is, but it will be a Toyota, and that will replace the 97 as the another Toyota car in the field. So, yeah. More details that come in the future. Of course, I'm not gonna give all details quite yet because I don't know all the details yet. We're not done with this season yet. I'll know when we get into the IndyCar season and let you guys know about that. Chris Sherman's just dominating right now. I don't know what happened. Maybe they made an adjustment, made the car a lot stronger, or the 42 made an adjustment the wrong way. Chris Sherman's still leading in this race. Check the helicopter view here. Pretty good view over here at Bristol. This has been a really clean race so far. And it may go green the entire way. All I know is Chris Sherman is still leading this race, and the gap looks like, well, Brian James is coming up here. He may come for a battle for the lead here. Checking in with the rest of the field and watching him come by here. while we're winding down this race. And Brian James is making a move, possibly to catch up with our leaders here. And here comes Brian James. He's gonna get on that bumper to the 34, and he may go try the outside here, try to get around him. And he backs off it didn't work this time. He didn't want to test it this time. See if Brian James can make a move. And he's going to go on the outside. Problem is, I don't think he's got the speed. And he doesn't have the speed this time. I'm going to try it again. Chris Sherman's going to run up the track and try to block him. And that's what he does. He does block him. And Brian James is going to try it again on the outside. He's going to go way up. Try to get some speed off the corner, and it didn't work again. And it didn't go. 9 to go this time around for Chris Sherman. Will he be able to finish today's race off and hold off the guys behind him? And this battle has allowed the 42 of Arthur Xavier to catch up, but now Arthur Xavier backs off. The gap is as much as it was before. But Brian James is all over that back bumper. We got less than 5 to go. We got 4 to go this time around. And here comes Brian James on the outside, and he will take the lead. 3 to go. And I don't think Chris Sherman's gonna be able to battle back, and he won't. Brian James gets a gap between him and Chris Sherman already, proving he's in the stronger car all day. 2 to go for Brian James. And Brian James will get the white flag this time around. 1 to go. And rounding turn 3 and 4, Brian James wins the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race here from Bristol. Congrats to Brian James for winning today's race. I think that's the second win this season. I may be mistaken there, but I'm pretty sure that's the second win of the season. So he needs, if that is his second race this season, he needs one more win to lock himself in the playoffs. Guarantee a spot, no matter what position he finishes in. Scott Upton's already got one. So yeah. So congrats to Brian James. I don't know what happened to Arthur Xavier, but he is nowhere to be seen. But again, congrats to Brian James, finishing second. Chris Sherman third. Casey Horton fourth. Trevor Collins fifth. Cole Miller sixth. Nathaniel Gardner seventh. Stephen Paulo third. Eighth. Carter Joy ninth. Michael Meadows, and rounding off your top 10 is Tim Horton. And the rest of your final results are right here on the left side of your screen. And we'll see you guys next race at Martinsville. And of course that will be a day race. It will not be the night race. Not doing that. So yeah, see you guys then. That'll be Monday, and then we go to, I don't know what the race after that actually is at. I think it's a road course. I think it may be the Charlotte Roval. No, I don't think it is. It's Dover. Never mind, we're going to Dover after next race. So Dover's next Thursday. And the following race after that, we go to the Charlotte Roval's not to the playoffs, so I'm wrong about that. Well, you guys will see what races are coming up. But here's the rest of your final results, and we'll see you guys. And I guess Harley Tull didn't finish the race, but we'll see you guys next race at Martinsville on Monday. Until then, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys next time.